time to make some jelly. We're doing a watermelon jelly. Got a bunch of extra watermelon from... We're making another batch of jelly. This is the watermelon pineapple. So, you can use a blender, you can squish it, whether you want to do a puree or a juice, jam or jelly. I used a food mill, squished it up. Keeps most of the meat and the pulp above it. I got 1 cup of pineapple watermelon juice. I basically just took 8 ounces of pineapple, popped it in the blender, put a little bit of watermelon juice in it to help it blend. So I got 1 cup of that to 2.5 cups of watermelon. So there's 3.5 cups total. We got 1 box of pink surejell. It's a fruit pectin for less sugar recipes. We're gonna do 2.5 cups of sugar, 3.5 cups of this mix. You can put as much pineapple as you want. It's just what I had. Got my jars heating up in the oven at 250. I got my water in the pot boiling for once I do the canning. I already have my watermelon jelly over here until I made a big mess. We're also gonna go, we're not using real lemon, we're using the bottled lemon. I'm gonna use less than a 1/4 cup. I usually do just over a 1/4 cup for 4 cups of juice, so I use less. I am not going to use 2 boxes of pectin. In this batch was pure watermelon. It was 4 cups of watermelon juice. I used 2 boxes. It set up really hard. So I'm afraid once I open those, it's going to be a really thick gelatin. So I'm not going to use as much pectin, hopefully. I guess if I boil it a little bit longer, we should be alright. I think that stuff just had too much pectin, too much sugar, because we are using the pink box. I used 4 cups of sugar in this batch. What we're doing here is we're going to bring it up to heat, baby simmer. We'll add the pectin. Let it boil for a minute, then add the sugar. But while we're here, I can go ahead and add the lemon juice. It's not only for flavor. Watermelon is a 6 on the pH scale, so you need to bring some acid into that. Did less than a 1/4 cup. We're starting to simmer up. So I'm just going to add my packet of fruit pectin. Get that mixed in really well. We'll cook this for about a minute before we put the sugar in it. We'll add our sugar in. Bring this back up to a boil. Boil for a minute and we'll let it simmer for maybe a minute or 2 after that. This is the jalapeno steeped. We're going to skim some of those jalapenos out because I didn't let them cook down enough. I forgot I had to make a jar. Forgot I was going to make a jar of the jalapeno watermelon pineapple. So these didn't cook down, so they're going to be, you know, crunchier. So we don't want that many to crunch. But if we cooked them down, it would have been a lot better. So come back here in a minute. Alright, since we used less pectin this time, I do want to do a cool jar test. So it is gumming up pretty good. It's only been on there for about less than 10 seconds. So we'll go ahead and turn that off, let it calm down a little bit. We'll skim all the foam off the top, and we'll start jarring. ahead and left them all in there. I'll let some of them float to the top and then I'll pick them off, because since we didn't cook it long enough, they do float. So ideally, if it was fully suspended, it would be nice, but we don't want too many at the top. Now that it's calmed down, you can skim it. If you skim it when it's still boiling, it doesn't work very well. You'll lose it inside of the jelly. Alright, so this is what we got. We got the jalapeno jar, then we have 3 8-ounce jars, which really maybe 6 to 7 ounces in each. And we got 4 of the little small gifter jars. So I'll put the lids on. They've been sitting in really hot water. Put those on, then we'll put them in the water bath for 10 minutes. Alright, just water bath them like you usually would. My area, that is a 10-minute water bath. If you made this, let me know down below if you liked it or not. If you made any tweaks, put that down below so we can try different things.